You show up every time. You're the one who remembers the details, who picks up the slack, who checks in when no one else does. You give your time, your energy, your emotional bandwidth constantly. And you do it willingly because you care and you're an awesome human. And yet you find yourself exhausted. Maybe there's a type of quiet resentment that you feel kind of guilty about. And underneath all of it, question you definitely don't say out loud is, why does it still feel like it's never enough? That sounds remotely familiar. Stay here with me. Because this isn't just a you problem, it's a pattern. And understanding it is going to change the way that you see yourself and your relationships. Most people assume that they overgive because they're just, nice people. They care. And they are. But caring is not the only thing that's driving that type of behavior. Underneath the giving for a lot of people is a belief that was never made explicit. It was just kind of absorbed. I'm valued for what I do, not for who I am. If I stop being useful, I stop being needed. If I stop giving, people will leave. Now, these aren't like conscious thoughts, right? They're patterns. They're baked in early, often in childhood, by environments where love was connected to performance, where being helpful and agreeable and easy was what made you feel safe and loved. So the giving is not just generous, it's also underneath it protective. It keeps the connection, it keeps the peace. It keeps the fear of abandonment kind of at bay and off to the distance. And here's why that matters. So when the giving comes from that place, from a place of fear, not from fullness, no amount of appreciation is ever going to feel like enough, because what you're actually looking for is safety. You're not just looking for a thank you. And this is the part that no one really talks about or warns you about. When you give to feeling safe, when giving is how your nervous system manages anxiety, maintains connection, keeps things stable, the giving has to be constant, because as soon as you stop, that anxiety comes roaring back. So you give more, you do more, you take on more. And the people around you, often without realizing it, kind of adjust to that level of giving that you've established, because your effort becomes kind of that baseline. And because it's the baseline, it goes unnoticed. And that's where the resentment builds. It's not because the people in your life suck or that they're bad people, right? It's because you have set a standard no one can maintain, should maintain. And you are maintaining it silently while waiting for someone to notice. Here's the problem. No one is going to rescue you from a role you never said out loud that you were actually playing. You cannot be seen in a dynamic where you've never shown anyone what it actually cost you. So let's pull back here. Let's talk about resentment, because I think it's the part that brings people the most shame. And shame is I am bad. Guilt is I did something bad, so that we kind of have that framework. You love these people in your life. Like you chose to show up for them. So why does it feel like anger sometimes? Why do you snap at someone for noticing something you never asked them to notice? Resentment is what happens when needs go unexpressed for too long. Every time you gave when you had nothing left, every time you said it's fine when it wasn't, every time you did the thing you were waiting for someone else to offer to do, that was a deposit into a resentment account that you did not know that you were actually keeping. The resentment is not proof that you're ungrateful or selfish. It's your nervous system finally telling you the truth about what this has cost you. What I have been describing here has a name, and it's called people pleasing. And it goes a whole heck of a lot deeper than just being too nice. It's a pattern that starts in how we learn to attach to the people that we love. It shapes what we believe that we're worth, what we think we're allowed to need, and how we show up in every close relationship that we have. And here's the good news, and it's actually really good news, is that it's not permanent. Like you're not stuck, you're not jacked up, you're not broken because of this or whatever. Like it can change, you can change, but it's not going to happen over like white knuckling willpower and like just holding on for friggin' dear life. And it's certainly not going to happen overnight. But understanding the pattern at a level that a lot of this kind of content, the Instagrams, the TikToks, it doesn't really get to it. So like I love this kind of work. I'm a recovering people pleaser myself. And so I put together a complete 5-part series that kind of walks through everything, like what people pleasing actually is, where does it come from, what it costs you, how it runs your relationships, and what healing actually looks like. Start with the next episode. I'm going to link it right here on the screen. And that's your next step. So go check it out. I'll see you soon.